Good morning students. Today we will start a new chapter in geography, which is chapter number 10, Life in the Temperate Grasslands, the Prairies and the Belts. So the first one is the prairies. So let us first see what is temperate grasslands and what type of temperature, what type of climatic conditions are there in the temperate grasslands and what are temperate grasslands, right? See, on page number 172 there is grasslands are the region where grasses are the dominant type of plant life. Where there is the dominant type of plant life as grass, it is called as a temperate grassland. Where we have grasses as the main plant vegetation that is growing in those lands, is called as a temperate grassland. In the region where we have the grasses as the dominant type of plant life, it is called a temperate grasslands, right? Then on the basis of climate, the world's grasslands can be divided into two different categories, and these two different categories are the temperate grasslands and the tropical grasslands. First one is temperate grasslands and the second one is the tropical grasslands. And what is the difference between them? The temperate grasslands are there in the temperate zone. Temperate grasslands are in the temperate zone, and the temperate zone extends from 30 degree latitude to 66 degree latitude. 30 degree latitude to 66 degree latitude above the equator, right? And they lie in both of the hemispheres. We have the temperate zone in the northern hemisphere as well and in the southern hemisphere as well. Between 30 degree latitude to 66 degree latitude, and in the southern hemisphere also 33 degree latitude to 66 degree latitude, right? And another thing about temperate grasslands is that there is a semi-arid type of condition in the temperate grasslands. It means that the soil is dry, little bit dry. It is not completely dry, but it has some amount of moisture in it. It is semi-arid, it is semi-dry, right? Then 30% of Earth's surface is covered with the grasslands. The Earth's surface, total of the Earth's surface, 30% of it is covered with the grasslands. We have the 30% area of Earth's surface covered with grasslands. Then the grasslands stretch over a large area extending between 30 degree to 55 degree latitude in the northern hemisphere. See, here we saw that the temperate zones were between the latitudes 30 degree to 66 degree latitude, right? And the temperate grasslands are not completely extending throughout this 30 degree to 66 degree latitude. Rather, they extend from 30 degree to 55 degree latitude. They do not extend up to 66 degree. Rather, they extend up to only 55 degree latitude, from 30 degree latitude to 55 degree latitude, right? And this is in the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, we have them in between 30 degree to 55 degree latitude. And then we also have the temperate grasslands in the area between Tropic of Capricorn, and extending up to the 40 degree latitude in the south, right? Between Tropic of Capricorn and the area extending between the 40 degree latitude and Tropic of Capricorn, right? So in the south we have the temperate grassland between Tropic of Capricorn and 40 degree latitude in the southern hemisphere, and in the northern hemisphere we have temperate grasslands between 30 degree latitude to 55 degree latitude. We have them between 30 degree latitude to 55 degree latitude, and these temperate grasslands are known by very different names in different continents. They are known as prairies in the North America, and they are also called steppes in the Eurasia continent, and then we call them pampas in Argentina, and temperate grasslands are also called by the name velds in South Africa. They are called by the name velds in South Africa, and they are called as downs in Australia. So they are called prairies in North America, steppes in Eurasia, pampas in Argentina, and velds in South Africa, and then downs in Australia. Then let us say one of the most important temperate grasslands, and these are located in North America, and they are called by the name prairies. They are called by the name prairies, and they are located in North America, and they are located in central Canada, and USA. The prairies are there in central Canada and USA, and they are called as the Great Plains of Temperate Grasslands, right? And also known by the name prairies. These prairies extend between the Rocky Mountains. They extend between the Rocky Mountains and Great Lakes. We have the Rocky Mountains in the west, and we have the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River in the east, right? We have the Mississippi River and Great Lakes in the east, and we also have Rocky Mountains in the west, right? So these temperate grasslands of prairies are located between the Rocky Mountains and the Great Lakes of Mississippi River. Then see that the topography of the prairies grasslands is flat and gentle sloping. What is the meaning of topography? Topography means the physical characteristics of an area of land. The physical characteristics such as the types of rivers, the direction in which they are flowing, and the position of the rivers and of mountains, and the area of land, what type of soil does it have, what type of landforms does it have. This is the topography of the area. Then the topography of the prairies is that they are flat. The prairies are flat and gentle sloping. It has gentle slopes. The slopes are not very sharp and steep, rather they have very gentle slopes, and the soil is dark and rich in color. It is very rich and dark in color, and It has very high humus content. It has very high humus content. And what is humus? Humus is decayed organic matter. It is basically a type of manure. It helps in the growth of plants, in the healthy growth of plants. And this type of soil is there in the prairies, temperate grasslands. This high humus soil, which is rich in dark in color, it is called as chernozems. Chernozems, right? This soil is called as chernozems, and it is very fertile type of soil. So let us explore the type of climate that is there in the prairies grassland. And the prairies grassland have the continental type of climate. What is the continental type of climate? The continental type of climate means that a climate which is characterized by hot summer, cold winter and little rainfall. This type of climate has hot summer, cold winter and little rainfall. This type of climate is called as continental climate, and this type of climate is there in the prairies grassland. Then this prairies grassland also have extreme temperature. This prairies grassland also have extreme temperature. In the summers, the temperature can rise up to 21 degrees Celsius, and in the winters, the temperature can drop up to 20 degrees Celsius. These are the severe winters, and these are the warm summers in the prairies grasslands. Then the annual range of temperature is very high. What is the meaning of the annual range of temperature? The meaning of annual range of temperature is the difference between the hottest and the coldest months. The difference of temperature between the hottest and the coldest month is known as the annual range of temperature. And the annual range of temperature is very high. That is, there is a very big difference between the temperature of the coldest month and the temperature of the hottest month. There is a very big difference in the temperatures of these two extreme months. Then there is also heavy snowfall in winters in the prairies. Then light rain in the summers and spring will help with the growth of grasses. In the spring, when there are very light showers of rain, very small amount of rainfall is there in the spring, it helps in the germination of the grass. And what is the meaning of germination? Germination means seeds growing into the seedlings or young plants. When seeds grow into young plants or seedlings, it is called as germination. So in the spring, with the light showers, there is germination of the grass, and in the summers we have the real growth of grass. So in the spring, germination takes place, and in the summer, the growth of grass takes place in the prairies grasslands. Then moisture with melting of snow. When there are very high temperatures in the summer, what happens? That the moisture is brought back to the soil with the melting of snow. The snow melts down, and the water from it is seeped into the soil, and it provides moisture to the grasses, and it also helps in the growth of grasses. Then the local winds, which are known as Chinook, also blow in this region. The winds that blow in this region are known by the name Chinook. And what type of winds are these? These are hot and dry type of wind. These winds are hot and dry. These are quite hot and dry, and these are also the winds that are responsible for the melting of the snow. And the snow, when melts down, provides the moisture to the grasses of the prairies grasslands. Then let us move on to the next one, which is the natural vegetation of the prairies. The prairies have rolling plains. What is the meaning of rolling plains? Rolling plains means the plains with gentle ups and downs. These plains have gentle ups and downs, and the steep sides are not there in these plains. That is, the sides of the plains are very soft and rounded. Right? There are no steep slopes and no steep sides of the plains, and these plains are without any irregular structure. These plains are without any irregular feature, and the shape of these plains are like waves. These plains are forming a wave-like structure on the land. So these plains are the ones that have gentle ups and downs, and these are also the slopes with very soft slopes, such as the rounded slopes, and these slopes are not very steep, and they also do not have any kind of irregular feature. These slopes do not have any kind of irregular feature. This is the type of plains that are there in the prairies grasslands. These plains are covered with grasses, and there are no trees in the prairies grasslands. The land is covered with grasses all over the place. Wherever you see in the prairies grasslands, you will only find grass and grass over a very large area of land. And there are no trees in the rolling plains of the prairies. And high velocity winds are flowing in the prairies grassland. That is, the wind that is blowing in the prairies grassland is very high speed. The wind that is blowing in the prairies grasslands is very high in speed. That is, the speed of the wind is very high. And then the next point is that woodlands are there in the prairies grassland with willow and poplar trees. So what is the meaning of woodlands? Woodlands means the land with a lot of trees. A land with a lot of trees is called by the name woodlands, and these woodlands have the type of trees known by the name willow and poplars. And what the type of tree is a willow tree? A willow tree is a tree with long and thin branches. It has very long and thin branches, and these branches are hanging down. These branches are hanging down, and these trees are grown near water. The characteristics of this type of tree, that is the willow tree, is that the tree has very long and thin branches, and these branches are sloping downwards, and the tree grows near water. This type of tree grows near water. Then the other tree that we have in this prairies grassland is the poplars. And what type of trees are the poplars? These are tall trees with soft wood. These are straight tall trees. Poplars are straight tall trees with soft wood. And these trees are planted by people who are living in the grasslands to protect their own settlements, to protect their own houses that they have built. They try to protect those houses by planting poplars and willow so that they can protect their settlements, their houses from the strong winds, the high velocity winds that blow in the prairie grassland. Then the next one is sea of tall waving grasses. The lands are fully covered with tall waving grasses. The grasses are moving in a wave-like motion because of the high velocity winds. The high speed winds are blowing the tall grasses to make it look like the waves are there in the grasslands, right? Then the grass of the prairies grassland can grow up to 2 meters. The height of the grass can grow up to 2 meters. Like this is 1 meter, and it can go up to 2 meters. So this is how tall the grass is there in the prairies grasslands. Then the summer in the grasslands are very dry, and the grass of the prairies grassland turns brown in the summers because of the very high temperatures, warm summers, and in the winters, the land of the prairies is covered with snow. The grassland of the prairies is covered with snow in the winters. Because of the temperatures that we saw in the prairies grassland, and in the summer, the temperature rises up to 21 degrees Celsius, which is quite hot. And so the grass turns dry and brown. And in the severe winters, which is minus 20 degrees Celsius, the land is covered with snow. So there are extreme temperatures in the prairies grasslands. Then coming on to the wildlife of the prairies, you can find different types of animals in the prairies grasslands, such as the herds of bison, like groups of bisons. What is the type of animal bison? What type of animal is bison? Bison is a cow-like animal. A bison is a cow-like animal, but the horns of the bison are curved upwards. As you can see in the page 173, there is the picture of bison. You can see the horns, they are curved upwards. Then another type of animal which is found is the herbivores. The type of herbivores that are found in prairies are the antelopes, pronghorns, jackrabbits, coyotes, and prairie dogs. So let us see the first one, antelopes. What are antelopes? Antelopes are deer-like animals, but they have branched horns. The horns of the antelopes, which look like a deer, are branched. The horns are not like one straight single horn, rather it is branched like a tree. The horns of the antelopes are branched, and that is the difference between deer and antelopes, because the deer have straight horns, whereas antelopes have branched horns. The deers have straight single horns, whereas antelopes have branched horns. Pronghorns is also a type of antelope, and jackrabbit is a type of rabbit which has very long ears. This type of rabbit has very long ears, and that is why it is called as jackrabbit. It is also found in the prairie grasslands. Then we also have coyotes, which are wolf-like animals. Coyotes is a type of wolf. So coyotes are basically canine species which are related to wolf. Coyotes are wolf-related canine species. Then we also have prairie dogs. And what are prairie dogs? Prairie dogs are ground squirrels. Although the name suggests that this is a type of dog, but this is not a dog, rather it is a squirrel. Prairie dogs are a type of squirrels. And the next one is the prairie chicken. It is a type of chicken found in these grasslands. And we also have burrowing owls. And what are burrowing owls? Burrowing owls are famous because they use holes that are dug by prairie dogs or ground squirrel to nest. The holes that the prairie dogs, the type of squirrel which is the prairie dogs, they dig holes, and these holes are then used by the burrowing owls to nest or to roost. Right? These holes are then used by the owls to nest or to roost. So they do not build their own nest. These owls do not dig their own holes so that they can build nests in them. Rather they use the holes that are already built by the animals such as prairie dogs and ground squirrels. Then coming on to the type of people that live in the prairie grassland, what is the type of people that live there, and what is the different practices that they do there. So the type of people that are living in the prairie grasslands are the nomadic native type of Indian tribes, and these tribes keep moving from one place to another, that is they are nomadic Indian tribes. And the tribes that are found in the western region of the prairies is Blackfoot, Crow, Apache, Arapaho. These are the names of the tribes that are found in the western region of prairies. And in the Mussoorie River, the area or the region surrounding the Mussoorie River, we have the tribes of Mandan and Kansa Indians. The tribes that are known by the name Mandan and Kansa Indians are found in the region surrounding the Mussoorie River. And then the type of people that are living in the prairies, grasslands are ranchers and farmers as well as cowboys. These people live in the prairie grasslands and what are ranches? Ranches are basically large cattle farms. These are large cattle farms in which people graze their animals. The animals graze the grasslands, and these large cattle farms, the farms that are used for the grazing of animals, are known by the name ranch. And the people who graze their cattle in the ranches are known by the name ranchers. And there are also farmers as well as cowboys. The cowboys ride the horses. You must have seen in different movies, and the cowboys ride horses. So these are the type of people, the nomadic Indian native tribes. In the west we have these tribes, in the region surrounding Mussoorie River we have these type of tribes, and there are also common people living there, which are the farmers, ranchers and cowboys. And the ranches are the large cattle farms.